And we're rolling. And we're live. It's December 1st. It's supposed to be day 8 of this memorization, but it's kind of kicking my butt. People are probably going to be watching this and be like, no way it's kicking your butt, bro. This is so easy. I don't know what it is, but it feels like I ran out of space in my brain.
You memorize a lot, though.
Sure, but it feels like it's just like there's no more space in here. So because there's no more space in there in my head, but I have to stop telling myself that. I've decided to only do 6 days. So from Monday to Saturday, I will be memorizing, or at least trying to. We'll see how the second week goes. It was like day 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like regular verses, like I'd say like 6 verses. Then it jumped to like 11, and I was like, bro, what is going on? My brain did not like that. So the 7th day, this kind of extends the 50 days. So I guess I wouldn't even mark this as the 7th day, since the 7th day would technically be tomorrow. Today is just like a gap day.
But you're still doing it.
Oh, I guess this would be considered from yesterday. So this is the 6th day. This is the 6th day with a recap of what I've memorized so far and learned. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Oh, quick thumbnail.
You look chinito.
I don't know if I should be disappointed or what type of face I should make. Or just
In all your pictures,
all right.
You look disappointed.
No, not the first couple. The first couple I'm excited. It's a hard challenge though. All right. I'm trying to say. Let's just try to memorize what I was supposed to memorize yesterday. I only memorized part of it. I didn't memorize the whole thing. I have my assistant again with me today. New notebook, because the other one, ran out. I don't think I recorded that, but gone. So I finished chapter 1 fully. This is chapter 2, verses 1 to... Let me see it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 2, verses 1 to 11. 1 to 11. I think. I'm pretty sure. I only made it up to verse 9. So not that bad. I have 3 verses left to memorize, but we'll see if we can knock that out today. Okay, starting in verse 1 of chapter 2. I'm writing as I do this because you all know me. My hand speaks faster than my mouth.
Yeah.
Really weird. My son. If you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding, I think, right? Mm-hmm. Understanding, comma, yes, comma, if you cry out, ooh, for, oh, I know this.
What are you crying out for?
I want to say it's insight.
Then go with your gut.
Wow. So random thing, but I think it's as I do it, the little voice gets louder. So sometimes when I'm just thinking, I just get smacked with the word. I'm just like, insight or wisdom. Wisdom's the one that always smacks me, like the word wisdom. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay. It's kind of nice. Insight. If you cry out for insight and raise your voice, this is what trips me up to. All these twos, fours does. Voice for understanding.
Perfect.
2 understandings here, right? Inclining your heart to understanding and then raise your voice for understanding. Comma. If you seek it like silver and search for it as for hidden treasure, then it's a comma then, right? Then doesn't start the new sentence. Then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. Period. That's a period. Okay, so period. For God gives wisdom. Gives out wisdom.
It's not God.
For the Lord gives wisdom.
Yes.
Gives wisdom, comma, from his mouth. Come is singular. Understanding.
That one's the second one.
Knowledge and understanding. Comma, he stores up sound wisdom for, I don't know if it's for the upright or for.
Go with your gut.
For the upright.
Yes.
And.
No and.
Oh. For the upright. Guarding? No, right?
Something along the same lines, though.
Oh, something. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity.
Perfect.
Comma. Guarding. Oh my gosh. And then it ends with the way of his saints. Guarding the paths of justice.
Yes.
And preserving the way of his saints.
Perfect.
Okay, so what did I miss? For the Lord instead of God.
Wait, you're done?
Well, that's all I know.
Oh, good job, babe. You almost did it like perfectly.
Yeah. There's the last ones that I couldn't get to, like the last 3 verses.
The only place you messed up was Instead of saying for the Lord, you said for God.
Yeah.
And then you were getting tripped up, but you eventually found it for He is a shield.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. No, it wasn't bad.
You're golden.
But there's just the last three that I need to get to because that's what I was supposed to do yesterday.
9, 10, 11.
Mm-hmm. So what's 9?
Then you will.
Then is a new sentence, right? Okay, so the sentences go from my son to start off. 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna square these real quick. My 4 and then. So after saying the period ends and it's then. My son, for it, then. Then what? Say it for me.
Then you will understand righteousness and justice.
Oh, yes, justice. You will understand righteousness and justice and equity.
Yes.
You understand justice, singular, right?
Mm-hmm.
And righteous.
First is righteousness.
Oh. Understand righteousness and justice and equity. Okay, so in chapter 1 it said you will receive.
It's the same order too.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so it's you to know, receive, understand.
What are you talking about, the first one?
Okay, hold up. So it's the Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, that men may know wisdom and instruction, understand words of insight, receive instruction and wise dealing. So it's receive instruction, wise dealing. Okay, so the dealing part goes first. Dealing, righteousness, justice, and equity. Okay, righteousness and justice and equity, comma. What's after that?
In the first one?
In chapter 2, no.
Oh, in chapter 2? Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity.
All the good paths.
Every good path.
Every good path.
And equity, comma, every good path. Semicolon.
Then you will understand righteousness, justice, and equity, every good path. Then you will understand righteousness, justice, and... Okay, let me just write this down like 4 times or 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. Okay. I don't know the verse after this, but is the verse after that, understanding will... I don't know if it's guard or protect, if that's like the second one. Okay, we'll if that wasn't right, then don't even say anything. We'll continue later.
That's the very last.
The right or understanding will protect you.
Will guard you.
Will guard you. All right. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. Let me write that one more time. Okay. Let's combine the last kind of little verse where it says guarding the paths of justice and preserving the way of his saints.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guarding the paths of justice and preserving the way of the saints. Then you will understand. understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path.
Mm-hmm.
Then you will understand righteousness. It just goes straight into that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. Okay. So it was, what was it again? Guarding the paths of justice and preserving the way of his saints. Then you will then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. Okay, what's the verse after that? Because there's a comma after path, right?
Semicolon, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
For wisdom will come into your heart.
Okay, say that one more time.
For wisdom will come into your heart.
For wisdom will come. Okay.
And knowledge will be pleasant to your soul.
And knowledge will be pleasant.
Right?
Pleasant to your soul.
Discretion will watch over you.
Okay, so but that's the last verse.
But it continues.
Oh.
It's all connected.
Okay. So the verse we just did where it says, then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity. What verse is that? 9?
9.
And then 10 is this one.
For wisdom will come into your heart.
And then 11 is the...
Discretion will watch over
Okay, let's just focus on 10 for right now. For wisdom. And then after soul, it's what? Semicolon again?
Yes.
Okay, let me just write this. For wisdom. For wisdom.
The end of the sentence of then is all the way down to 15.
Yeah, that's why there's only 3 sentences in this whole thing. It's like for, and then. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. For wisdom will come to your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant.
Yes.
To your soul or for your soul?
To.
Okay. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant your soul. Okay, let's combine these last two that we learned. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad. That goes like A, B, like the other ones. Okay, let me just say it 3 more times. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. All right, last one. Let me add the verse before it. Or not the verse, but like the little section.
Mm-hmm.
Guarding the path of justice and preserving the ways of his saints.
Singular way.
The way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Okay. What's after that one?
Discretion will watch over you.
Discretion will watch over you.
Mm-hmm.
Comma.
Semicolon.
Okay.
Understanding will guard you.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah. It's not the end of the sentence, but yes. The
That-
end of the verse is
That's verse 11.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we did verse 11. I want to check, but I also don't want to end the video.
What about you go all the way to the end of the sentence?
But then I'm cheat because what if that's for tomorrow?
You're already one day behind.
How long is this?
4 more verses.
Oh, nah. Oh, nah. That's a whole new day.
Can I read it and then you decide?
Sure.
Because it all goes together. Okay. Discretion will watch over you. Understanding will guard you.
Mm-hmm.
Delivering you from the way of evil, from men of perverted speech, who forsake the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice in doing evil, and delight in the perverseness of evil, men whose paths are crooked, and who are devious in their ways. It's literally all along the same lines, babe.
Okay, but this is like extra long, so nah, let's do tomorrow. Let me keep writing this out. Discretion will watch over you. Understanding will guard you. Discretion will watch over you. Understanding will guard you. Discretion will watch over. Understanding will guard you. Discretion will watch over you. Understanding will guard you. Discretion will watch over you. Understanding will guard you. Okay. Let's do this whole last 3 verses then. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path.
Mm-hmm.
For something will come into your heart.
Yes, what comes into your heart?
Wisdom?
Yes. Is it slapping you in the face?
No, but it came into my heart. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will watch over you, and understanding will guard you.
Don't say and, but yeah.
Oh yeah. Understanding will guard you. Okay, let me add the section before where it says he stores up sound wisdom for the upright.
Mm-hmm.
Guarding.
You said the same thing last time. It's a different word for guarding.
So he stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity.
Yep.
Guarding the paths of justice and preserving the way of his saints.
Mm-hmm.
Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and understanding will be pleasant to your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Discretion will guard you, and understanding will no way, and understanding will guard you.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say in the beginning?
That's what you said.
No. We'll watch over you, and understanding will guard you. Yeah. All right. Pause this real quick. Okay, we're gonna do it all
Okay. From the beginning?
from the beginning.
Okay.
And by we, I mean me and wisdom.
You
Okay.
got this.
I do got this. Okay. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, that men may know wisdom and understanding and knowledge. That men may
know wisdom and
know instruction. Bro, why is knowledge and understanding trying to get in this? The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, that men may know wisdom and instruction, understand words of insight, receive instruction in wise dealing, righteousness, justice, and equity, that prudence may be given to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the youth. The wise man also may hear and increase in learning, and the man of understanding acquires skill. To understand a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. No, it's like the main point of Proverbs. This is it. And why am I blanking? Something, the beginning of knowledge. No, knowledge is the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son. Hear, my son. Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and reject not your mother's teaching. For they are a fair garland for your head and pendants for your neck. My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us wantonly ambush the innocent. Like Sheol, let us swallow them alive and whole, like those who go down to the pit. We shall find all precious goods, we shall fill our houses with spoil. Throw in your lot among us, we will all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them.
Perfect.
Hold back your foot from their paths, for their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed blood. For in vain is a net spread in the sight of any bird. But these men lie in wait for their own blood. They set an ambush for their own lives. Such are the ways of all who get gain by violence. Such are all who get gain by violence. It takes away the life of its possessors. Possessors is a period, right?
You're on the right track. I know. Go with you, got babe.
It is. So what was it? It was wisdom in on at. Wisdom cries aloud in the street, in the markets she raises her voice. On the top of the walls she cries out. At the entrance of the city gates she speaks. How long, O simple ones, will you love being simple? How long will scoffers delight in their scoffing, and fools hate knowledge? Right? Knowledge?
Mm-hmm.
Hate knowledge. Oh my gosh. For they will eat the fruit of their way.
Mm-mm.
They will hate knowledge. Oh no.
I know why you went there though. This word.
For?
Mm-mm.
So it's the random questions. And then this. Therefore. No? What is it? Give me a hint.
Give.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Give heed to my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my thoughts to you. I will make my words known to you. My son.
Mm-mm.
Not my son. This is like the whole ending part. Dang.
Give heed to my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my thoughts to you.
Yeah, I will make my words known to you.
And then?
And then something happens.
Why?
Yeah. Because then something happens, because then he laughs and mocks. Or is that it? Is that exactly what I'm thinking? When. No.
Yeah, this is the part when it says that, but it begins with.
Yeah.
So if I'm asking you why, then how would you start?
Because. Yeah. Oh, because I have called.
Yes.
And you refuse to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Have stretched out my hand, but no one has heeded. And you have ignored all my reproof. All of my reproof?
No, all my what?
Oh, all my counsels.
Yes.
Counsel.
Mm-hmm.
And would have none of my reproofs. Reproof. Then and would have none of my reproof. That's period right there.
No comma.
Oh really? I also yeah. That's not a new sentence?
Yep.
Wow. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when panic strikes you. When panic strikes you like a storm, and calamity comes like a whirlwind. When distress and when distress and anguish come upon you, then they will call out to me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but will not find me. Oh no. For?
Mm-mm.
Therefore.
No.
Struggling.
If I ask you why, what do you say?
Because again?
Yep. He's explaining now.
Oh, because you hate knowledge.
Not you, but
Because
Ooh.
they
Yes.
hated knowledge.
Yes.
And despised.
And you're despised like 2 more verses down. Or not verses, but 2 more lines down.
They hated knowledge and something, I don't know. What is it?
Did not.
Yeah, they did not. And
choose.
Oh, they did not choose the fear of the Lord.
Mm-hmm. What else?
It's something, something none of my counsel.
Yep.
That's it?
There's 2 words before it. What about their counsel? You have the idea.
Yeah, and
the main
they
point is none of my counsel. What about it?
and they had none of my counsel.
Would have. That's it.
So what was the verse before that?
Because they hated
Oh,
knowledge.
because they hated knowledge and did not
and
choose the fear of
the Lord.
and did not choose the fear of the Lord. Would have. Oh, so it's the continuation of the explanation. Yes, would have none of my counsel, and despised all my reproof.
Mm-hmm.
But is this the end of the?
No, we're not there yet.
Dang.
How do I gave you a memorization trick for this one?
Oh my gosh, it's a freaking fruit.
Yes.
For they will eat the fruit of.
That's not how it starts. It has 4 in it.
Therefore, they will eat the fruit of their.
Shall.
Therefore, they shall eat the fruit of their way, and be sated with their own devices.
Mm-hmm.
But he who listens to me.
Babe. That's the second half of the sentence. How does it start? For
Such are the ways.
For the simple.
Oh. For the simple are killed by their turning away, and the complacence of fools destroys them. But if he who listens to me they will dwell secure.
Mm-hmm. You're adding words, but yes, you have the idea.
He who listens to me
but he who listens to me will dwell secure.
But he who listens to me will dwell secure.
And what else?
And is it and will?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and will. Wisdom, smack me in the face again, please.
What happens if you listen to wisdom?
Yes. He will. But he who listens to me will dwell secure and will.
Are they going to be anxious?
Will be. It's not calm though.
Mm-mm.
What is the word?
Ease.
And will be at ease, without dread of evil. That's the end of chapter 1.
Yep.
Okay, chapter 2. My son. If you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding. Yes. If you cry out for insight and raise your voice for understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. That's the end of the sentence.
No.
That's not.
From his mouth come knowledge and understanding.
He gives wisdom.
He He
gives wisdom.
not gives. Stores.
He stores up wisdom. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. Guarding the path of
I remember I said it's not guard.
guarding. Oh, because he, and then he is a shield to those who walk in integrity. Guarding the paths of justice. And preserving the way of his saints.
Perfect.
That sentence is done.
Yes.
So the my son sentence is done.
Yep.
4 sentence is done.
Yep.
Then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, these are the last few verses.
This is very repetitive.
Yeah. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path.
Mm-hmm.
For something.
Mm-hmm. Smack. It's not smacking you in the face right now?
No, I wish it was.
Well, I'm smacking it to you now.
For...
What did you say smacks you in the face?
Oh yeah, for wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Not pleasant enough, apparently. Discretion will watch over you, and understanding will guard you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Ooh, we'll take a little break, and I'll say it one more time, and then I will go over what I'm learning from this for week 1. Recording pain too.
Yeah, there's a lot of the parts that you miss are just like you either add words or like actually you haven't been switching up today words, but yesterday you were just switching up the organization of the words, I guess.
Yeah. Let me read this real quick. My son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to it. That one's fine. For if you search for like silver, if you seek it like silver and search for it as hidden treasure. This isn't the right 4. Then the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity, guarding the path of justice and preserving the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will watch over you, understanding will guard you.
How do you feel?
I feel fine. The more I say it, the more it clicks. It's just it's starting to get long. That I don't want to say it now. So, but it's still only 2 chapters, so I feel like it shouldn't be that bad, especially if I go quicker.
Yeah. It's crazy that it only took you a week, less than a week, to memorize one chapter.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I expect to memorize a chapter a day. That's not happening.
That's a lot of words.
There's a lot of words. That's why I feel like I'm running out of storage. I'm like 100 terabyte computer up here.
Be like my mom, let's offload some stuff.
We gotta delete the temp files in here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And optimize.
Chapter 1. We'll try again. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel, that men may know wisdom and instruction, understand words of insight, receive instruction in wise dealing, righteousness, justice, and equity, that prudence may be given to the simple, knowledge and discretion to the youth. The wise man may increase, also may hear and increase in learning, and the man of understanding acquire skill, to understand a proverb and a figure, the words of the wise and their riddles. Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and
Wait, what's the last thing you said?
Words of the wise and their riddles.
Yes, and then what follows after that?
Hear, my son.
No, we're missing one verse.
Oh. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Perfect.
Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and reject not your mother's teaching, for they are a fair garland for your head and pendants for your neck. Bruh.
How do you start everything?
My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. If they say, come with us, let us lie in wait for blood. Let us wantonly ambush the innocent. Like Sheol, let us swallow them alive and whole, like those who go down to the pit. We shall find all precious goods. We shall fill our houses with spoil. For in vain is a net spread in the sight. We shall fill our house. Oh, yeah, throw in your lot among us. We will all have one purse. For in vain? No. It goes back to my son. Yeah. We will all have one purse. My son, do not walk in the way with them. Hold your foot back from their paths, for their feet run to evil. They make haste to shed blood. And they make haste to shed blood? And they make haste to shed blood. For in vain is a net spread in the sight of any bird. But these men lie in wait for their own blood. They set an ambush for their own lives. Such are the ways of all who get gain by violence. It takes away the life of its possessors. Wisdom cries aloud in the street. On the markets she raises her voice. On the top of the walls she cries out. At the entrance of the city gates she speaks. How long, O fools, will you love? How long, O simple ones, will you love being simple? How long will scoffers delight in their scoffing, and fools hate knowledge? Oh boy. Why is the after the question always...
I know, this is the part that trips you up.
Yeah, it does trip me up. Why does it trip me up?
Doesn't usually start with this.
It's a comma after and fools hate knowledge.
It's a question mark.
It's a question mark. So this is a new sentence. Why does this trip me up? Okay, let me write that down actually. So the parts that messed me up were after, or I missed the beginning of
Fear the Lord.
Yeah, the fear of the Lord. What verse was that? In chapter 1?
7, I believe.
7. Okay.
Yeah, 7.
And then I'm missing this one.
23.
23.
Give.
Oh my gosh. After question. Yeah. Give heed to my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my thoughts to you. I will make my words known to you. Okay. Because then that's the end of the sentence. And it starts the next section of that page. Because I have called, and you refuse to listen, I've stretched out my hand, and no one has heeded. And you have ignored all my counsel, and would have none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when panic strikes you. When panic strikes you like a storm, and calamity comes like a whirlwind. When distress and anguish come upon you, then you will call me? Then they will call me. Yeah, then they will call me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but will not find me.
Start it again.
Yeah, because they hated knowledge and despised. What verse is this?
29.
Because they hated knowledge. Because they hated knowledge, would have none of my reproof, would have none of my counsel. I'm skipping a line.
You are.
Yeah.
Because they hated knowledge and
did not choose the fear of the Lord. Wow. The fear of the Lord ones are just slipping away. After the question, what was after the question? Give heed to my reproof. And did not choose the fear of the Lord, would have none of my counsel. And ignored all my reproof.
It's your D word.
My D word?
Yeah, the one you don't like.
Oh, distress?
Despised.
Oh, and despised all of my reproof. And that's the end of the sentence.
No, comma. Comma and then the memorization trick I told you.
Come and despise all my reproof. Therefore, they will eat the fruit of their way and be sated with their own devices. What verse is that?
Therefore is on 31.
31. Therefore, they will eat the fruit of their own way and be sated with their own devices. But?
No, yeah.
But he...
No. You're so close.
But they? No way.
Let's go back one. Therefore,
they will eat the fruit of their way.
They shall.
They shall eat the fruit of their way. And be sated with their own devices.
Yes. So you keep going to but. But is the second part of the sentence, right?
Yes. They will be sated with their own devices. Period. For.
Yes. The simple.
This is the question.
No.
No, this is the destruction. What verse is this?
32.
Dang. For the simple will be killed by their turning away, and the complacent
For the simple
are killed by their turning away, and the complacence of fools destroys them. But so it destroys then the positive. But he who listens to me will dwell secure and will be at ease, without dread of evil. And that's all of chapter 1.
Yep.
Okay. I know what I need to work on now. The fear of the Lord is verse 7, right?
Yes.
So verse 7, 23, 29, 31, and then verse 32. For sure. That's not that bad. Okay.
Continue.
I will reflect on this.
You're not going to continue?
No, because I'm going to reflect on that after.
Oh, okay.
Or unless I should reflect when I finish the chapter.
Yeah. What chapter 2?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'll finish chapter 2 tomorrow, technically. But then I don't know if I'll finish chapter 3, but let me just reflect on everything. But I'm only going to reflect on chapter 1 right now.
Just the one time. Follow through.
Just do it?
Continue reading.
Oh, do chapter 2. Do the part of chapter 2 that I did right now. Okay, my son. If you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding.
Receive my words. Wait. Okay. No, I was reading something else. Go. Sorry.
What?
Did you say making your ear?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Making your ear attentive and you're inclining your heart to understanding. Yes. If you cry out for insight and raise your voice for understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity.
Perfect.
That's the sentence.
No.
Who walks in integrity, guarding the paths of justice and preserving the way of his saints. Period. This is the last sentence in all of it.
Yes.
So it's my son, for then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. Oh, brother.
Is it smacking you?
Oh my gosh. What verse is this?
10.
10? For knowledge will come into your heart. For wisdom will come into your heart. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will guard you. No, discretion will watch over you, and understanding will guard you. Hit that like on the subscribe. Hit that. Let me try this again. Action. Hit that like button. If you made it this far, it's a struggle. Okay, time to reflect. I wish I spoke like them. No, I'm kidding. What really stands out about all of this? Right now, I think what really stands out about this is when it switches from, basically, this is why wisdom is here, to do X, Y, and Z. It gives examples of what am I thinking? My mind is going straight to where it switches from because I have called and you refuse to listen. That part stands out. It's because once you refuse to listen, wisdom just like switches up on you, because then it laughs at you and then it mocks you. Well, it laughs at your calamity, but it mocks when panic strikes you. I guess it doesn't mock you, or it doesn't laugh at you, but it mocks when panic strikes you. It's like they know where you were going to go. They told you not to do it. You did it. And then now you're stuck in a pickle. And then wisdom's like, come on. Because then after that, and then it says, when panic strikes you like a storm. So it's not like an ordinary panic. And your calamity comes like a whirlwind. So this seems like an overwhelming sensation of like any sort of circumstance, situation you're going through. Then they will call out to me. They referring to the people that refuse to listen in the first place. Then they will come, but I will not answer. So wisdom is purposely being quiet. This is the part that confuses me. Wisdom is purposely being quiet. But then in the beginning of chapter 2, it says, my son. Oh, I guess it gives a condition to why it'll come. Dang, working through this out loud is kind of cool. Right? It says, then they will call out to me, but I will not answer. They will seek me diligently, but they will not find me.
But will not find me.
Yeah, but will not find me. And that's because they refuse to listen. Because then when you go to the beginning of chapter 2, it says, my son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you. How do we take receive? Like take and hold on to? You think that's what they mean?
I can see it that way, but like also
receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you. So I guess what? You're like elevating your moral stance on everything. Continuously remembering the words of God. Receive my words. I don't know. Receive wisdom's words. But it says, if you do this, and then it says, making your ear attentive, right, to wisdom, and inclining your heart to understanding. If you cry out, for instance, and then raise your voice for understanding. So it's like continuously pushing. You have to do these. Right? If you seek it like silver and search for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and the knowledge and find the knowledge of God. But as soon as you refuse to listen, it like lets you fall into your own hole. But I guess it did warn you that the hole was there in front of you to begin with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that it repeats itself.
Yeah, I like the questions. Because I feel like I ask myself this question and I don't like when I ask myself this question. The rhetorical ones. How does that what are the sentences before the questions?
Wisdom cries aloud in the street.
Is that what it is? No.
Market she raises her voice.
Oh yeah. And then she speaks, right? At the entrance of the city gate, she speaks. When I think of entrance gate, I think of like people coming in and out and in and out and in and out all the time. Like this is even where judgment was done, I think, in like the ancient times. This is where like court cases would happen. And then wisdom is continuously asking, how long, O simple ones, will you love being simple? Sometimes I don't know I'm simple, but it keeps asking me. And I'm like, I don't even hear you asking this question. But I guess it's continuously being asked. And then it kind of not switches people, but it switches like emphasis of question where it says, how long will scoffers delight in their own scoffing and fools hate wisdom? Is it hate wisdom or hate knowledge? How long will fools hate knowledge? So simple ones are not necessarily fools.
They're just common people.
Yeah, and scoffers aren't fools, so it separates them. Like simple ones, scoffers, and fools. Because I guess simple ones don't hate knowledge. Scoffers could be fools. I guess everybody could be a fool. But I feel like simple ones walk more in ignorance than willingly choosing to do the bad. Scoffers willingly scoff. I guess you can unwillingly scoff if you're with a round of people who scoff. But then it kind of jumps back to the
ignorance.
My son, if sinners entice you, do not consent. Right? So it continuously gives you warnings. It's like those things that I always do. Right? It's like my notes. Oh. I'll like brush them. Brush them to the side. Right? Nice little pinchable. Wisdom smacks me in the face. And what's that one line where it says, "For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul"? Yeah. All right. Well, that's the end of day 6, technically. See y'all tomorrow.